Hi guys, this video I will be showing you this beautiful kind of clear off pink glitter nail set, and I already did my right hand off camera. Now I will be doing my left hand. I will be using Yayoge glitter polygel number 8, and I'll be using their base as well as Apres gel as nail extensions. These are the coffin, the long ones. They have so much more variation now. I ordered these but I haven't used them yet, and I will be using the straight edge cuticle pusher to push back my cuticles, and I will do this to each and every one of my nails. Now I did order the Gel X extensions a while back. I just haven't gotten around to using them because they do come, or they recommend to be used with the gel from their brand as well, and every time I seem to want to order it, it's out of stock, and it's a little gel. So I know I could probably use any other gel, but all the gels I have are self-leveling, so I figured they'll just be a pain in the butt to use and they'll self-level and leak from side to side. So I wanted to see if I can still get the same results using Polygel, which is technically gel, but it is the same structure or feel of acrylic. So I really wanted to try that out because I know Polygel stays put. So when I use the dual forms, it works really beautiful, especially this glitter Polygel. Now I'll be using my cuticle pusher, my cuticle bit, one of my favorites I use from Y.E.D, and this is really nice. I get very close to the cuticle and it doesn't damage, shred it, or anything like that. And I go very slow speed so I don't damage the natural nail. And I always lift it off the nail beds like I previously said. So I just clean off all my nails, and I do go over the nail just to make sure I clean it off as much as possible. And this is what I do on my nails. Now, depending on the client and their cuticles and how bad their nails are, I will see if I use a second bit. With my nails, they're actually a lot better than before. I think because I maintain them now a lot more, and because I do use a lot of cuticle oil now, at least twice a day, I feel like my cuticle has gotten really good. And I don't need as much work, but I still use two separate kinds of bits. I don't use a regular file to clean off my nail. I just use bits because it helps with my fibromyalgia so that I don't hurt myself. So this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my nails. Now I'm going to be using this really fine nail bit that I automatically put into its own little barrel, and I'm pretty sure this is also from Y.E.D. This is super fine and it works so amazing. It doesn't have any heat spikes, it doesn't do any damage, and I can get very close without nipping or hurting myself. And this is really good for any cuticle that's dry and dead on the nail that you don't see with your own eyes. So you don't sit there filing with just a regular file. You just go on top very gentle. And if you have any other skin that is popping out, that's dry, this will take it right off without you having to go in there with nippers as well. But this is really nice. I love using this on regular manicures or on those clients that have really bad cuticles that really get stuck on the nail plates. This is really nice as long as you're very gentle and you always do one direction, don't rock it back and forth. So this is what I do for the rest of my nails, and I do love it because you can sanitize this and disinfect it. You do not have to toss it away until it starts to dull down. It is a little bit more on the pricey side, if that's what you want to say, because I don't even think it's pricey for how much uses I can get out of it. But this one you don't have to toss after every use. Unless you don't care and you don't want to take the time to sanitize, then I definitely recommend the one-time use bands and toss them out. Now I'm just going to give my Dollar Tree nipper and just nip off anything else that I couldn't take off. And that's literally all I do. I don't cut into my cuticles. I don't do anything else. Like I said, my cuticles have been very good. Before I would just clean off my cuticles all the way from end to end. But no need for that. I just grab my brush now with some alcohol and I wipe off any dust and particles left on my nails. At the same time, I'm dehydrating. So I pre-measured my nail tips on my right hand, so I already sort of have an idea of what sizes to go into. And you just want to make sure it goes from nail bed to nail bed. When you press, very gentle. You don't want to completely press down on these Apres nails. You don't want to press all the way down. You want some space in between the natural nail and the nail tip, because that's where the product is going to be. You want to have some sort of apex, a little bit of something. If they're completely flat, they can pop off, because it, just like any regular nail that you build, you want to have some sort of apex, some sort of support in the nail. So you just press down very gentle to make sure that it fits from sidewall to sidewall. And if you turn it over, you'll see that it still has space in between your natural nail and the Apres nail tip. Now I'm going to be using this really cheap nail bits. I got this from AliExpress in a little kit as a gift. I don't really use these on any clients or myself. I use these on practice hands, on when I'm just playing around and messing around, because these are not the best type of nail bits to use on clients, especially if they're really inexpensive and you don't really know 100% what it's made out of. So I just use these because you need to file, kind of take off the shininess of the nail tips. That is what it says. And I did look up a video to make sure I'm doing this correctly, and they did just use a nail bit and go around. I do take a little bit longer because I want to make sure I take off all the shine from corner to corner. I don't want to, because of me, I don't want it not to work. I want it to give it the benefit of the doubt, and I want to give it the best shot for the product, especially because I'm using it with something it doesn't state to be used with. But I figured, why not try it? If they fall off in a few days, I will let you guys know. But yeah, so I just gently, it looks like I'm going really hard. I'm really not. It's very soft. I just fast forward it because I do take my time when I do nails. And I just remove all the shine. I make sure I leave a little bit of a rough surface, because these nail tips are not like your regular nail tips, okay? These nail tips are made from gel, so they will adhere to any gel product. That is why they feel stronger and more durable than the regular plastic nail tips. The nail tips that you normally use for extension, those are made out of plastic. Those tend to bend and won't last using this form or this method. So these are made, from my understanding, they are made from gel, like the jelly-like consistency for your hair, that type of gel. So that is why they're a lot stronger, and you can go thinner without having to have the bulk and still have that structure and strength. That is something that when I see new products, I try to figure out what they're made out of, what they're for, if I can use any other alternatives and stuff like that. So now I'm just going to use the Yayoge base, which is what I got with the glitter polygel. And I do have a glitter polygel video. I'll link it down below. It is where I test out all the glitter polygels that I got from Yayoge that they sent me. And I review them, and I do some nail sets as well. I do my own nails with a bunch of different colors that they come in. I just figured New Year's Day, this pink color is so beautiful. It's kind of see-through glass, so I felt like that would be so nice to do. And it did came with this base, so that is what I'm using, very, very thin amounts of the base. On my natural nails, my nails are really, really short, so I have to clean them up really well so that the base does not go on my skin, because if you cure that, that burns. So I'm just cleaning it off before I put it in the lamp, and I will put it in the lamp for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to go into the polygel, and this is the number 8 in the kit that I used on the video that I will link down below if you're interested. And I will also be using their nail liquid that came with the kit. Now you can use just alcohol and it works just as good as this nail liquid. And I just have the dual brush that it also came with, and I've just figured it was easier to go directly into the nail. And yes, I always over pour when it comes to polygel. I always do it. I don't know why. I just do it to be safe, because for some reason when I put polygel and then I add more, it kind of, you can tell a difference between when I apply more. It doesn't have a nice slick finish. Hope you understand what I'm saying. So I just prefer to have extra and remove any excess that's there. And you want to press down very thinly by the cuticle. You don't want too crazy much. And then I just keep moving it back. I want a very, very thin back side of the nail because it will end up bunching up in the back. So you have to fix that before you cure it. And I want these nails to still be very, very thin, or as thin as possible, so they don't look bulky and bulgy type of nails. So I go on and I press it first by the cuticle because that's the most important part to me. And I press down the cuticle area very gently because it will start pouring out from the sides, and that is totally fine. Since this is a glitter polygel, it's thicker and stiffer, so it will hold its place, which is awesome when you're trying to do nails by yourself, on yourself. And I just clean off the sides, and yes, I have to go back and clean off the sides afterwards. And then I hold it while I'm pressing in on the back side because I don't want any bulge, anything extra. I don't want to sit there and file for days on the back of my nails. And yes, you can use clear or any type of color nail tips first and then apply these nails on top. But I wanted to use it how you normally use it for those of you that don't like to do extra steps. But if you want a clean back side without having to file, or you don't have an electric file, or you don't use it, then I recommend doing nail tips as an extension and then applying the Apres nail tips with the polygel, and it'll leave you a really nice smooth finish on the bottom. All you have to do is file the sides, clean off the sides that the polygel will lick through. So then I finally fixed the back, and I'm just straightening it to make sure that the nail is straight because sometimes it could be crooked if you don't look at every single angle. And I clean off the free edge, I clean off the sides, the cuticle area. I'm very picky because I don't want to sit there and file any extra polygel if I don't have to. And that is how it looks after being cured. And I do that to all the rest of my nails. So like I said, I always over pour, something you will see in all my polygel videos. And it's totally fine because I don't use this on clients. I am currently not taking clients. So all the products I'm using on myself, for myself. So that is totally fine for now. And yeah, just clean off. Keep going back into the liquid. If you feel it sticking, the brush sticking to the polygel and moving too much of it at a time, that means that you need more liquid. It is too dry. And if you feel that the polygel isn't moving the product too much, you probably have too much liquid. So dry off your brush a little bit so you can have more of a grip. And like I said, I make sure that the whole end of the polygel is very, very thin because I'm pressing down, and you will have that bulge in the back. And the cuticle area is always going to look super nice and clean if you do it very thinly. And I just clean off by where the nail will grow because that's where you will see most of the big bulginess. And anything extra, just remove it. Of course, you can always reuse it if you have a clean paper towel. Just reuse any of those little extra balls. That's totally fine. That's your preference, up to you. And just keep cleaning off until you're 100% sure before putting it on the lamp. Remember, this only cures and sets in the lamp. So you can take your time fixing and straightening it out before curing it and setting it. It is not like acrylic where you have to work faster before it hardens and dries. So yeah, this is all I will be doing to the rest of the nails. And I'm just finishing off the last nail that I have to go. One thing I think I will definitely be getting now that I work with more polygel than I did before is one of those tube pressers. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. You know, the polygel is really hard at times to push up, especially if it has some type of glitter in it. It becomes harder to push up. And these little things slide through the back of the tube and you keep pressing it upwards, and the pressure of how thin that little type of strip is, it keeps pushing the polygel for you. So that's something that I want to get. I think I'm going to get it from AliExpress. If you guys know of any other brand that has them for a decent price, let me know. I think that would save you time and energy, definitely, instead of pushing and trying to always push the product up and out. Now I'm going to go in with my medium bit, and I will put the link down below where I get this. This is my regular bit that I use all the time to clean up the nails. It is a little dirty because I just used it on my right hand, but as soon as I'm done, I will disinfect and clean it with a nice brush that's like metal bristles. It's really nice and it cleans off your nail bits really nice as well. And I just clean off the cuticle area. I know that these nails are specifically made to not have to file on top, but me being me, I have to go back and clean it off and make sure that there is no imperfections by the cuticle area, so that when the new nail starts growing, you don't really see a difference of the artificial nail and your natural nail. So I want it to be as slick as possible. And then I do go back and clean up the back, because nobody wants any gunk or anything back there, especially when you're eating. And then I can't. I have to have it clean at all times. Now I'm going to go in with my file. I do go off frame. That is why I didn't fully record this. I know I get told, why am I off frame a lot? And that is simply because I record with my phone and I want the best quality video. So I have my camera facing downward so I don't see what I'm doing while I'm doing it. And now I'm going to go in with my top coat from Modelones. Sorry, I keep saying Modelones. It's Models 1. Yes. And this is one of my favorite top coats. And this is my favorite part of doing nails, when you actually get to see the final look. And to be honest, this seems so easy. Like, I know it's probably not easy for those of you that have never done nails or don't do nails often. But if you're at home, you're trying to save money, you want some really nice shaped nails that look like you went to a nail salon or you went to a bomb nail tech, this is it. This is awesome. I do like the Apres nails. They feel weird at first. Like, they feel like when you put pressure on the nails, they feel like it's gonna pop off. If that makes any sense, if you've used these type of nails before, that is how they feel. They feel like they're not secure or have enough support. But after like the second day, they feel like nothing. They feel like you don't even have nails on. You get very comfortable. They're lightweight. And I do like polygel to begin with. I just didn't like how bulky it gets at times with the dual forms, because the dual forms seem to have a lot more curve by the stress point than the Apres nails do. And the dual forms pop off, so you have a slick finish, but you don't keep the dual forms. These, you keep the Apres nails on top. Now, I did cure the polygel in the nails for 2 minutes. I did 1 minute, and then I put another minute on my lamp, upside down facing my nails, because I want to make sure they were fully on cured, because you never know if they're full on cured. So I did 2 minutes. So that depends on your lamp and your wattage, but I do have a UV LED lamp, so both get cured at the same time depending on what product you're using. But I do like them. They feel nice. They feel strong enough. At first, like I said, they didn't feel strong enough, and that is just my own opinion because I'm used to acrylic, but I really do like them. They make it seem like I took the time to sculpt my nails. Would I offer these to clients? Maybe. I still like sculpting better though, but I do like these for myself, especially if I want to always have nice nails. So I did show you the clip of no flashlight, no light, and now I will be doing with my lamp, my ring light, so you can see the difference. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys on my next video, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel.